Disclaimer, my readings are not for the faint of heart. Must have thick skin.
Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story wherein one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I'm going to do is hold each deck up to the camera for you to see if it's resonating with you, starting with deck number 1. Could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or is it in deck number 2? Could your story or message be here in deck number 2? Or is it in deck number 3? Could your story or message be here in deck number 3? All right, so I hope you have made your selection, and we'll go ahead and begin with deck number 1. All right, so you have the Six of Swords, the Lovers, the Seven of Pentacles, the World, the Ten of Wands, overall energy, Five of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. All right, so I feel like the overall energy could be about you suffering or having a lack of something. I feel like your needs are not being quite fulfilled. I feel like you don't have the security that you're needing. And this can be financially, or it can be in regards to a relationship, or maybe your living situation, but it just seems like there's a lack of something. If it is about a relationship, I feel like maybe there is some mistrust between you and another person. Maybe you and a fire sign, or maybe you are the fire sign that feels suspicious. It seems too like maybe there are some insecurities. This could be representing you not feeling secure in yourself or your abilities. It just seems like maybe you're having some sort of doubts. And I also kind of feel like you're looking at something here. You're looking at your situation. Maybe you're laying everything out and you're kind of like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Or I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. And there's like all these doubts that are coming in. I feel like that is, like I said, the overall energy. And because there is a lack of resources or a lack of security, you're maybe deciding that you need to move forward. So that's another thing that's going on, is that you're dealing with some sort of, excuse me, difficult changes here. And these changes are forcing you to maybe go in a different direction. I do feel that, you will feel more at peace at some point. And it also looks like you are at some sort of a crossroads. I feel like you're going to be torn. You may find yourself asking, should you stay or should you go? It also seems like the minute you decide that, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to allow the universe to guide me, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is the direction that I'm going to go in. And it seems like the minute you make that decision, the universe is inserting another option into your life. And it's kind of like, okay, like here's another option before you do this. Are you going to go this direction, or are you going to move forward with this person? And so now you're also going to be in a position where you're trying to look at things from a practical standpoint. And it does seem like you're having to take an assessment of your life and the things that you value. And I feel like you're reprioritizing your life and the things that you find most important. Maybe you feel like your priorities were out of order, which led you to nowhere. Maybe you're deciding that you're going to cut your losses and just kind of focus on, something else in your life. And I feel like you are also having to, like I said, you're making a practical decision, or you're looking at things from a practical standpoint. I feel like you're also preparing for some sort of change or ending in your life. So you're coming to the close of some sort of chapter. It may be time for you to move on from a situation because you've outgrown it. I feel like after you've done some calculating, some research, some weighing of the pros and the cons, you decide that, you've outgrown a situation and it's time for you to move on. Maybe you've outgrown a job. Maybe you've outgrown your career or a living situation. And yeah, it's time for you to let that go. For some of you, I feel like there could be a literal move taking place. I feel like you're packing up your things and you're relocating. Or maybe this has already happened. Something had to force you to leave and relocate, and now you're having to settle into a new place. But yeah, I kind of feel like you're going to pack up and leave. Maybe it's just a vacation. It feels like, you're, at times it feels like you're fighting like an uphill battle. But I do feel that the most difficult situations are coming to an end. This is also some kind of encouragement for you to keep fighting or to keep moving forward because you're near the end. So after some sort of difficulty, it comes ease. In regards to a relationship, I feel like there has been a lack of communication. I feel like there's been pride between people. Maybe you have not been speaking your piece, or your partner hasn't been. I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for two people to communicate and discuss certain things that they're feeling or going through in a relationship. Initially, something seems more like a thought, or maybe it's kind of like telepathic, where in a sense, the both of you have been having things on your mind. And so finally, it's like, okay, I've been thinking about some things, and the other person's like, so have I. Like, we need to talk about these things, or this is important if we want to continue this relationship. So I feel like if there has been things unsaid between you and your significant other, you guys are going to have a discussion. And it's like you guys are laying everything out on a table and trying to decide whether or not the relationship is worth staying in. Are you guys going to move forward together, or are you guys going to move apart from each other? Either way, there's going to be some sort of change or end of a cycle of a relationship. But it's a matter of, are you guys deciding to work together, to go through difficulties together, to change together, or are you going to grow apart? I'm getting something about the literal Brooklyn Bridge, so I don't know if somebody lives in New York. Also, I don't know what part of New York that's in where you have to take the ferry to get from one side to the other side. But I just kind of feel like maybe someone is on a ferry and just like deeply contemplating things about their life. It feels too like maybe two people needed some sort of healing, some sort of distance between each other, so that they could heal separately before coming back together. It also seems like there is some sort of patience that's needed. Maybe you're needing someone to be patient with you, or you guys just need to be patient with each other. I feel like your significant other is also, or someone who's interested in you, is holding back from complimenting you. I feel like this person does not want to give you a big ego. It also could be a situation where someone feels like you receive compliments from everybody else, so you don't need their compliments, so they don't say anything. It also looks like two people are needing to complete their karma, especially if this is between a fire sign and an earth sign. I feel like these two people need to fulfill or complete their karmas. Or maybe you are the one that needs to fulfill some sort of karma between these two energies. Yeah, I feel like something is maybe needing to come to an end. I feel like two people have to be on the same page. Like, do we both agree to this? Do we both agree to going our separate ways? Or do we both agree on moving forward together? Like I said, it could go either way. I feel like communication has been blocked between two people, or distance has separated two people. In regards to income, it looks as if, income is just like coming in at a very slow and steady pace. Or maybe it even seems like it has peaked. Something about income. It seems, I feel like maybe you feel like you've peaked. And you're like, this place isn't going to pay me anymore. Or, this, I need to further my education. Or maybe I need to go into a different field. So something's going on where you feel like you've peaked. Yeah, financial growth seems stagnant if you stay. I feel like you're also wanting to make a decision that's going to make you happy. But whatever's going on, you have to view your situation objectively. There could also be concerns in regards to your health. There may be things that you're needing to let go of that are unhealthy. Feels like you're also prideful in a sense where you're keeping things to yourself. You're not... I feel like you just want to figure out things on your own. And so you're doing a lot of things on your own without asking for help. I feel like something has unhealthy roots or an unhealthy foundation. Something about a foundation looks rotted to me. Or like there's a lot of weeds choking growth. Something isn't good for you. It's not a good foundation. So there is something that you're needing to let go of or leave. There's also the possibility that, Source is trying to open up an opportunity for you to leave. Or it's kind of like, hey, we're opening up this opportunity for you. You might be a little stubborn. I feel like the universe is trying to give you an out. Someone is coming off as being guarded or selfish. It could be that you're needing to set boundaries with people who just take your energy and don't give anything back. You could be dealing with a lot of energy vampires. Yeah, and again, I'm just getting the message of letting go and indicating that you're reaching like the end of your ropes with something. It's time to release and heal. It's time to let go and heal. If someone comes into your life, if this is about a love situation, if someone comes back into your life, I feel like it's because they have fulfilled some sort of karmic debt with another person. It also could be a situation where someone thought the grass was green on the other side, but they had to explore that for themselves. Even if you already knew that, it's like this person had to go through this themselves before they could understand. And so this person could be coming forward. Now, you may have moved on by the time someone comes back into the picture. Now, it also could be a situation where a relationship couldn't move forward because someone needed to focus on their mother, or their mother was sick. And because maybe their mother has moved on or is no longer here, they are now available or can focus on a relationship. Yeah. It also could be a future prediction, whereas this is what's happening, is that someone is focused on taking care of their mother. And once their mother has transitioned, this person can focus on a relationship. And I'm only predicting like an ending in the case that somebody is, is obvious, is apparent. Everybody knows that this person is transitioning, not something that just happens out of the blue. All right, so let's see what messages there are for those of you that picked deck number 2. All right, you have the 8 of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, the Star, the 7 of Cups, overall energy, the 9 of Cups, 7 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands. All right, so you could have been dealing with, some sort of your own insecurities, and maybe you're trying to overcome, insecurities and regain your confidence. I'm trying to see what this deception is. This could be about someone coming towards you or keeping tabs on you. Someone who is maybe insecure, but they're keeping tabs on you. They don't have the confidence or enough confidence to come forward. But centrally, I feel like you are all about having peace and being happy. And ultimately, to have that, it seems like you have to let something go. You may need to go through something transformative before you can find your inner happiness or your inner peace. it feels like you're off doing some sort of soul searching and you're praying for answers or you're praying for guidance. You could be feeling a little lost or directionless. I do feel that ultimately your confidence is going to be restored. You are going to feel optimistic. It could be someone that comes into your life that encourages you or gives you some sort of ego boost. Someone may come into your life exactly when you need them. And I do feel that you're receiving some sort of gift or blessing from the universe. I feel like you're going to experience some sort of fantasy or some sort of wish fulfillment. The only thing is that I do see a little bit of delusion. Okay, somebody has been drinking a lot or heavily. Somebody could potentially be an alcoholic, but if not, I feel like somebody's been drinking a lot. This could be a form of escapism. Maybe it's kind of like if you can't find your way out of your situation, you use forms of escapism. If it is not literal drinking, then maybe it's using your imagination to escape. So doing like a lot of daydreaming, especially if you're not happy in life or you feel like there is something missing. If this is about any type of love connection, I would be cautious because either you are only looking at the relationship through rose-tinted glasses and ignoring all the red flags. Yeah. I feel like that could be something that's possibly going on. So be cautious in regards to a relationship. There could be someone that comes into your life that gives you like a huge ego boost. And maybe it's because you do need it. Maybe you need some sort of encouragement. But at the same time, you don't want to get lost. You don't want to get lost in the emotions that you're feeling for this person. Something isn't all that it seems or everything that it's cracked up to be. And you could be dealing with someone who is cheating, or you could end up being in an affair, involved in an affair, or in some sort of secret relationship. I'm just getting strong elements of delusion. I mean, this is fine if, you're trying to manifest something by using the law of assumption. And so, you are having to envision the life you want with this method. And then you're supposed to just like get that idea fixated in your mind and then let it go and let the universe take care of the rest. So, I mean, this is good energy if this is about you just trying to manifest with the law of assumption. But Anything else I would be cautious about. You could also be having a lot of telling dreams. Yeah. Unfortunately, it does look like maybe someone is dealing with a little bit of depression. It could be that you feel lost without somebody, or somebody is feeling lost without you. I feel like someone has been keeping up some sort of charades and they're wanting to stop. Someone does not want to play games anymore. There's a possibility that someone's been playing mind games with you, and they don't want to do that anymore. They want to be real. They want to be authentic. I feel like somebody's been hiding something from you. Someone could not be honest with you because of their insecurities. Now, this can also indicate that you let go of a relationship or a connection that you were having because you felt like someone was being deceptive or hiding things. But I feel like this person is going to come out of hiding, or they're going to reveal their truth to you. And I almost want to say you've been talking to two people. So let's say you've been talking to someone that you've never met or seen before, only through Messenger or, any type of DMs. I kind of feel like this has been like a shared account and you've been interacting with two different people. Just looking again at this overall energy, I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you to put yourself first. Check in with how you feel in any situation. And if you ever feel, like this situation is not for you, something feels off, then put yourself first. So another thing that could be going on is if you're concerned about your love life, and you've been feeling, lonely. I kind of feel like somebody suddenly comes forward, and multiple people or more than one person comes forward that's showing interest in you, and it does give you an ego boost. And it seems like you're torn or having to decide between these two people. I would still say use discernment, because either one or both of these people could be an illusion in some way. Just meaning, based in short, you're being catfished by one or both of these people. So be cautious. Now, if you're concerned about, money or finances, this is more about you wanting to be happy, even if you're not making the money for it. And so you might choose your own happiness or your own peace over money. If you're working some sort of job and you just feel like, I'm so sad or unhappy here, it's likely you might go ahead and put yourself first by letting go of that job. I feel like you're wanting to pursue your passions or what makes you happy. Now, this also could be a story about self-deception and being delusional, like telling yourself you're happy with one thing when you're not, knowing that you need to let something go. I feel like the universe is trying to show you something, how to find your purpose, and to not be afraid or not to live in fear or operate from fear. I feel like you're needing to operate from love, operate from your higher self. I feel like you're needing to understand the meaning of life for you. And maybe you are struggling. Maybe you do feel like you want to be the best version of yourself. You want to do things that make you happy, but at the same time, maybe you feel restricted, or you're like, I want to, but what am I going to do if I leave my job? I'm not going to have money. I'm going to struggle financially. So I kind of feel like you are torn between, doing what makes you happy and then doing what society needs you to do. I feel like you're also being encouraged to study your birth chart and transits, or like in Vedic astrology, they dissect the houses. So maybe you're needing to look further into, each house to understand, what it is that you're needing to do, or just to help you understand your nature and where you're headed better. All right. On a mundane level or in a love situation, I feel like somebody is sharing something on social media, hoping that you'll see it, or you are doing this for somebody. You're like, I'm going to leave this message out for them, and I hope they, see that I'm talking to them. So it could be that somebody is trying to communicate indirectly, whether it's you or somebody is doing this to you. I feel like even if somebody sees the message, they're still confused by it. In a sense, it makes them happy because they're like, oh, that was sweet. And then there's like, oh, but wait a minute. Were they even talking to me? But what if it means this way? So I kind of feel like somebody is a little confused about a message that was posted. It feels like you're also having more of an understanding of enlightenment or what it means to become enlightened. All right, now I'm getting a situation that has to do with career. Something feels taboo or conflicting, like getting involved with your superior, or it's something that's going on. It's supposed to be some sort of professional relationship, but it's also romantic or something very confusing. It's like, what's happening with this situation? Something's very confusing. There could be something that is smoking mirrors. There could be something that is intentionally meant to cause confusion. In regards to relationships, there could be confusion about status. Maybe you're not sure whether or not this person is wanting a commitment, or maybe someone is like updating their status from single to it's complicated. But it seems like there is something muddled about status. Somebody might be struggling when it comes to commitment as well. Maybe someone isn't sure that they're ready for a commitment. I feel like someone is also had been carrying around an emotional burden or a secret. And I feel like this emotional burden has become too much. And I feel like this person is wanting to express their feelings to you, but they still can't do it directly. They're still doing it in a way that is secretive, indirect, or something that's kind of like hidden in plain sight. And even with some of the underlying energy, it does look like maybe someone's been breadcrumbing and hoping that you'll catch on to their, subtle communication. Career-wise, I feel like something's going on where maybe you're confused when it comes to conforming. Maybe you're like, I don't want to conform to, tradition. And it also seems like there could be something going on unethical at a workplace that you're not comfortable about. And it could be something that makes you decide that you're going to leave because something's unethical. Spiritually, I feel like you're also in a state of confusion, maybe about your faith or just what you believe in general. Yeah. All right, so let's see what messages there are for those of you that chose deck number 3. All right, you have the Ace of Wands, the Sun, the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the World, overall energy, King of Wands, the Chariot, and the Knight of Cups. All right, so in a love situation, I feel like maybe you are being pursued by more than one person, and somebody is likely going to shoot their shot. They're giving you like a lot of attention. And I feel like because of this, it's giving you some sort of spark, some sort of renewal. And I feel like you are just very optimistic about the fact that you have some sort of options. And it does seem like you're being valued. Two people, literally looks like two people are showing you like a lot of attention and maybe uplifting you. If you've been feeling down, it's like your spirits are being lifted. I feel like you're also being asked to have like an open mind in regards to what happens next in your love life. Maybe it's going to be some sort of unconventional situation that you find yourself in. But whatever the case, I feel like you're being asked to have an open mind. And it also seems like the ball is going to be in your court. Because these people have taken the initiative to show you that they're interested in you, and with confidence. I feel like if you're being pursued in love, you're not going to have to guess. I feel like this is going to be a very strong statement, a very bold statement of how someone thinks of you or feels about you. It's likely going to be mutual attraction, at least between physical attraction, at least between you and one of the people. It also looks like something that was left open-ended is going to have closure. I feel like either way you're going to be dealing with some sort of closure and, moving on or moving forward. If you've been in some sort of cycle where you've been completely single, maybe that cycle is coming to an end and you could be getting ready to enter into a relationship. Or if you've been in a relationship for a while, maybe the relationship could be coming to an end. But it also more so looks like if you're in a relationship, that this is about you and your partner having a common goal. Like you guys share the same desires, which is maybe why you get along in the first place. And it seems like you guys make some sort of decision together and you're moving into a new chapter of your life together. If you're in an established relationship, you also could be getting ready to literally move or relocate, or maybe you're just traveling. Maybe you had to decide where you wanted to go on vacation, and finally you guys make some sort of an agreement on where to go. Aside from, love and relationships, something could be happening within you where you feel driven. I feel like your will is activated. You have like a strong will or a strong desire to do something. And so you're doing it. You're like, you know what, I'm not afraid to do this. Or I'm ready to do X, Y, Z. And so you're approaching life with confidence, or pursuing your own goals with confidence. It seems like there has been a spark or a fire started within you. and you're very optimistic. Maybe you feel extremely creative and you feel passionate, and you're happy and you feel a sense of purpose. You definitely could be glowing, or maybe it feels like you have a spotlight on you. I feel like this is success. I feel like you're experiencing success and maybe feeling like, you know, you have clarity. I feel like you are stepping into a new beginning. There's an opportunity opening up for you, or really that you created. I feel like you created this opportunity. And you're just like very open to the possibilities, and you are having a clear vision of your future. You're like, this is exactly how I see my life. These are the things that I want to happen in my life. And I feel like you're going off of some checklist, and you're just wanting to do more. You're like, man, okay, I've done this. I've done this. What else is there for me to do? And you're just like wanting to do more things. You definitely are in some sort of creative mode. If an opportunity opens up for you to relocate or travel, I feel like you're going to do it. Or maybe you're going to get a new job opportunity. And I just kind of feel like you are saying, I'm here for it. Like, bring it on, universe. Yes. Show me the world. Take me on a journey. And I feel like you're having like this pleasant experience as you go on this new journey. At one point, maybe you did feel like you were being pulled in two different directions, but now it looks like you know exactly what you need to do. You may have needed someone to put a fire under you, and because of that, you know, that's all you needed. And now things are taking off in your life. You also could be exploring your sexuality or your sensuality, or something about, you know, the body. Maybe you're embracing your body. Maybe you're having a lot of confidence in regards to your physical body or appearance. It just seems like a lot of people are looking at you and you're here for it. You're okay. You're like, look at me. Like, yes, I want you to see this. I want you to be inspired. I want you to blah, blah, blah. So yeah, you're coming off as either a king or queen. I feel like you might be inspiring other people. People might be looking at you and just feeling uplifted. You could be enlightening other people and then having fun while doing it. So I'm also seeing like a lot of fun happening in your life. And I see certain things being revealed to you, or something unfolding. Something looks like it's opening up to you. Maybe you are able to see things differently now. Spiritually, it could be like a veil being removed. Even if you already had some sort of spiritual gifts, it seems like more could be opening up. For the most part, I feel like you're open to change, and you're embracing some sort of change. I feel like there is a path that is being illuminated for you. This can also indicate that because you've had to suffer, that suffering was the fire that you needed under you to maybe push yourself. Also, if you felt like an outcast, something's happening where you're not going to feel that way anymore. You are going to have like a sense of belonging. I feel like in the past, you were not ready to see something or to do something, but now you are. It seems like you're also standing out because of your individualism or individuality. And maybe that is also something that is giving you an edge. It just seems like you're standing out from the crowd. I feel like your confidence is also beautiful or attractive. If you're single, you definitely could be attracting more people, or people are being attracted to your confidence. I feel like you're just getting a lot of positive attention. I'm getting a sense of freedom or liberation as well. So maybe in the past you have been feeling restricted or like you couldn't be yourself, or you were being blocked creatively. It just seems like now you're being liberated from those restrictions and your freedom is being handed to you. Someone may have been blocking opportunities from you. It just seemed like there was a blockage, but that blockage is being removed. I feel like you're also experiencing some sort of wish fulfillment. You might have an ability to see through illusions or deception. I also feel like someone is finding fun and creative ways to make you laugh or get your attention. Yeah, I feel like somebody is making you laugh. Maybe this person's a comedian, or I don't know, just something about the energy is really funny and fun. So in a love situation, I feel like confidence is attractive, humor is attractive, creativity is attractive. It also seems like something brought two people together, like something seems magical. I feel like you're also going to be tapping into some sort of hidden talent that you have. If you are an influencer or content creator, I feel like there's going to be a lot of positive things happening for you. If you have been bound by someone through karma or some sort of karmic debt, I feel like it's been fulfilled or completed, which is also why you're having a sense of freedom or liberation. And it also could be being released from any type of contract. It could be a work contract that you're being released from. But if you are being released from a work contract, I feel like you're happy about it. I feel like you're also no longer guarded if you used to be guarded. It seems like you're being very open to the possibilities. And it seems like there is a purification that has been completed. I'm seeing some sort of distance. Distance from family, but it still might be a situation that brings liberation. Excuse me, I feel like somebody is also going to start communicating about how lost they have felt or the things that they've lost. Somebody may be talking about the loss of their father. Somebody may be talking about how they let go of a fire sign. It's possible that maybe you had to set boundaries with your family or family members. Anybody that you set boundaries with might take it the wrong way or see it as rejection. And then it definitely looks like it's time for you to step into the next chapter of your life. Live some sort of adventure or have a new adventure. I feel like you also could have been held back because of something that you were holding on to, whether it's something physical or if it was something more so mental, or metaphorically, whatever it is that was holding you back. I feel like you're being released from that hold because you had to shed old beliefs. I feel like you are exploring another side of yourself. You're like, that's the old me. It's time for me to explore the new me. It seems like you're also just kind of making random decisions, or making decisions without putting like a lot of thought into it, being very sporadic. But at the same time, this is you being you, or your true self, or living your dream. It also looks like you no longer care about what other people were saying or thinking about you. And this also could be something that has not happened yet. Like, at some point, you're going to just like do what you want to do and not worry about other people's thoughts and opinions. You just want to live your life. You want to speak your mind. You want to say the things that you really want to say. Something can't hold you back anymore. You also might randomly decide that you want to leave or move. Or it's like you just one day come home, pack, and then decide that you're going to the airport and you're like, what's the cheapest ticket? Okay, that's where I'm going. You know, you might make some sort of random decision like that. Yeah. I feel like for the most part, you are being a free spirit and just living life without thinking too heavily about the consequences. At least in this particular chapter of your life. Maybe you're sick and tired of worrying about consequences and you just want to detach from that and live life to the fullest. And that's what I see you doing. You're doing things, your decisions are an act of love for self. All right, so those are the messages that I have. Hopefully some things resonated with you. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.